Hey guys, it's Matt. It is Saturday, November 21st. Going to do a weekly recap and also show you a trade that I took uh, in options. This was actually, I meant to do this last time. In fact, I think in the video I mentioned, oh, that's right, I'm going to show you another trade, and then completely forgot to do it um, by the time I wrapped up the video. But let's take a look at the week here. This is an overview. So basically, 6 trades, 6 winners. It's one of those weeks that was just really slow, and I didn't see many A plus setups. In fact, I don't know that I saw any that I would consider an A plus setup that I could take. Um, and so I was trading really small size this week and being very selective. Um, but ended up being an okay week, I guess. I mean, that's not much of a profit, right? Uh, but I'm better than being red, right? I'm doing a bunch of stupid shit. So um, let's take a look at them. I've got some screenshots here. So this is a trade. I'm kind of trying something new here, and because it was kind of a buy and hold trade, but that was more for me. Let's look at DNK here. In fact, let's go to the journal view and see. So you can see actually Monday and Tuesday, I didn't really take any trades. That was that long CBAT trade, but it wasn't. It was kind of a test of something. Like I said, I just kind of really I entered and then I set stops. I set a stop loss and I set a target and just let it play out. And it ended up hitting my target, although it was not really the target I would want in that system. Anyway, uh, DNK was on the watch list Wednesday. So that's what this trade is. We were looking here. It had some good strength. Looking for a good pullback and just to get a small bounce play. Through here, definitely don't want to chase it. Which, I guess if you're scalping here and you can catch one of these little pullbacks and ride it up, maybe you could do that, right? But through here, but that's all I was looking to do here too. I mean, it was just a bounce play, although maybe hoping for some continuation there, but didn't get it. So this is kind of a tape read. Like, okay, we pulled back to the 9 here, and then took some profit off here, and I think this was the second half of that position. And then as we saw some this consolidation range through here, which we saw a lot of this week, just it would drop and then chop and then make a move and then fake out. Hey, sorry about that, guys. Had a delivery. Um, anyway, it was chopping here, and a lot of the moves this week were just not really nice organic moves at all. So anyway, I saw this kind of level develop here and figured, all right, this is a pretty good risk reward. And so I got long here, took some profit here, and then here it looked like it was going to have strength and maybe make a push back toward high of day. It did not. Again, kind of one of those fake out moves, maybe a stop hunt or something. For the people that slammed the lows here, they were looking to kick them out of their position up here. And anyway, I ended up getting out over here, which was a good move in hindsight. Might have just been too fatigue. I've read quite a few times that some of the bigger traders will, if they get a position and it doesn't go in their favor pretty quickly, they're looking to get out. Uh, they kind of have like what they consider maybe a time stop. Like, okay, didn't necessarily go against my position here, but it also isn't going for it. And the longer you hold, the more likely it is it's just kind of 50-50 and you're gambling at that point. And so just get out. And then CIIC, this was another long play. So it had some strength out here, caught a pullback, rode it through here, took some off up here, and was looking, hoping this would maybe get some strength again, but it stopped me out over here. So you can see kind of having to go long this week. We're going to talk about that in a second. And then we're playing Tesla here. So Tesla broke out over high of day, or over all-time highs rather, and made a nice little pullback here. I wasn't patient enough here, because it was kind of like hesitating. We were looking for a drop here to that breakout level, which was right around 500, and I just took my two entries up here early. I had to stop out some here when this is where I should have been getting in, right? So I stopped out some, but it gave me another opportunity here, so I got back in and then took profit here. It was a very, very small win. And then KXIN, again, just a kind of a small bounce play, which this is another one where it was, it finally made a nice move here, a really volatile move, and this is where you'd normally get a nice bounce and some more continuation. But this was another one of those things where it just kind of grinded sideways after what we thought was a nice play there. But anyway, took a nice little scalp there. I didn't trust it when I got in here. I was watching the tape and I was like, okay, this isn't doing what I expected it to do. So again, it was kind of more or less like not a time stop out here because it was only 2 minutes, but it was more like all right, this isn't the play that I want, and maybe it's going to bounce sometime later in like a delay, but I'm not interested in holding through that. And at this point, I felt like it was 50-50, so just got out with a small profit. Sono, so I shorted this one. This was one of the few shorts I had this week, so it was easy to borrow at CMEG, and I was a little concerned about this one. This was the second day that Sono was in play. It was a little higher float and higher institutional ownership, I think, if I remember correctly. And so the first day I didn't really touch it, but then the second day I was like, okay, well, this is opening below pre-market highs, and if we get a push, I might take it. And then it just tanked. And I was like, okay, well, maybe if we get another snapback, I'll take another short, thinking we might get some continuation. You can see that obviously it just kind of went sideways for most of the day there, but those were my thoughts. So when it snapped back here and it caught back up to VWAP, I got short, took some profit off here and here. Oh, sorry, I took some profit off here, added here because it was kind of the same level, that 2075 area. Took some more profit, and then got stopped out here, and then as it approached this level, I thought maybe this is going to be another short opportunity. Real tight leash on this one and just stopped out right away. And then honestly, didn't look like it was going to do what I was expecting with the continuation downward. And so I didn't want to keep entering and beating a dead horse at this point. I was kind of afraid this thing might just keep grinding higher and kind of grind back on me. So wasn't worth it. Now we're back to that CVAT play. Okay, so let's take a look really quick at the journal again. Oops. So this is the report for the week. That's the overview. That's a nice P&L curve. Too bad it's not worth more money. So you can see, I mean, overall a decent week. I took that CBAT trade out of this, just so you know, because it's not really part of what I consider my system. And then let's look at the month so far. So the month we're up 130. And it's actually, these stats don't look too bad. I mean, I'd like to see the average winner a little bigger than the average loser, but I'm at around 70, 73, 74% there, and around 5 cents a share. So those are the numbers that I'm kind of coming to expect from my trading, and I'll say that's a winning system, right? So as much as I feel like I'm having a rough month because it's been slow, it's actually been a decent month. we can try to take a look at the back end. I'm going to log in right now and see where I'm at with, you know, fees and what have you. Give me 1 second. Okay. So you can just, in case you're wanting to verify and you don't believe my incredible profits, you can see gross I'm at 159.31, and then after commissions and all that, we're down to 97 bucks for the month. So again, kind of same old tired story. I mean, really small size. Obviously, you know, if you multiply everything by 10, right, then I'm up $1,000 for the month, right? And so that's nice. But yeah, I just kind of don't. I'm feeling like I don't. I don't know. I don't know. Actually, now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, like I said, it feels like a slow month, but maybe I'm actually just making good decisions, and that's why it feels slow, because there are days where I'm just sitting on my hands waiting for something. And with the borrow situation with CMEG, it's just you know, it's taking some time, because there were a few situations where I thought about borrowing some shares, but that $25 fee with the size I'm able to trade right now, it just doesn't make sense. So I'm still working on ways of maybe getting a different broker, pulling some of my funds together. So, all right, let's take a look at. I wanted to show you the options trade. So this is for my options account. I use Tasty Trade for my options account. I had set up with them a couple of years ago, and it's good enough. I don't trade options that frequently, so this is just a swing trade. These are all my trades from the past couple of weeks. And honestly, I'll go months without taking an options trade. So again, it's not something I'm always focused on. But I do have to say, like, through the slowness at the beginning of the month, having the options to look at was actually really helpful, because it sort of gave me something to keep busy with while the small caps were not amusing. So you can see the first couple I got stopped out here, 1028. I got stopped out same day there, got stopped out a day or two later here, same day here, and then I hit the home run. So this is the way that my option strategy kind of works, is I'm setting like 10-cent stops, because if it doesn't work, it's not working, right? Like if it goes against me, then I know it didn't work. I'm basically trying to catch turns here. And then this one, you can see I got in for 80 cents and rode the contract about 7 days and sold it for over $5. It was worth even more than this at one point, but I was trailing a stop, and this is where I got hit. So let's talk about where this all winds up on the chart. So basically, this is the winning trade. I got in here. This is on the 30-minute chart. By the way, Yahoo Finance, these charts they give you, honestly, they're pretty powerful. It's pretty good charting system, I think, for nothing, for free. So, but that winning trade got in here, caught this turn on the 30, and then, like I said, rode a trailing stop, pretty loose trail, until it started to get up here, and I was like, oh, it looks like we're running out of momentum up here. You know, we're not skipping up like we were overnight. You know, sometimes it'll pull back and then launch again, but I just didn't feel it. So I kind of tightened up my stop through these days, and then got stopped out, I think, on this candle right here, this red candle, at 10:30 on the 9th. So anyway, what you can see is that, yeah, again, I'm trying to pick bottoms, right? So the days I got stopped out back here on the 28th, which in hindsight, I don't know what the hell I was doing on the first one. And then I think I got back in here. I then got stopped out on the 30th when it continued to plummet here. And then I took another one on the 30th. So those are all 10-cent losses, right? So 1, 2, 3, so 30 cents, we'll call it, lost through here, and then made $5 here. So that's pretty good. That's a pretty good system. It doesn't always work like that. I was kind of lucky to catch this move. Um, and then thought about taking, whoops, zoom in here. Thought about taking this little bottom here as well. I remember watching it. Come on, Yahoo. There we go. I remember watching this and thinking, oh, that's a nice little reversal there. We're getting a bounce. And I just hesitated. I was like, well, I don't really want to throw money back in the market. Let's be patient and wait for the market to really give me a sign. And it would have worked out. It would have been a small win probably. It would have been, I mean, definitely 3-1 risk the reward if the stop was working through here. I probably would have got stopped out through here. Anyway, and then since then it's been pretty much sideways. It's been chop. I mean, look at that. Oh, by the way, this is the Qs. I don't QQQ. I don't think I said that, but that's typically what I trade on the options. So, but I mean, look at this range between 293 down to 288 if you're 289 if you're and then really the range is more like from 290 to 293 for days now. So something's about to happen. We'll see which way it moves, right? Anyway, I think that's all I've got for you guys today. So we'll see you next week probably.